Thanks for joining me back for the second edition of the pond series. Today I'm just going to be running through some detail about the components of the pond and also give you an update about what the pond looks like now, which is about two and a half months on from when I first put it together. As you can see there's some quite healthy and happy koi swimming around. The water is extremely clean. All the right parameters. I've tested it, and it's zero nitrates, thanks to all the plants in the other pond. That blue submersible pump, I have downgraded that. That's about 1500 litres per hour, which is about 400 gallons per hour, and it can pump water to about 1.6 metres, which is about 5 foot and a couple of inches. Even with that overflow valve there, you can see it still was quite too strong, the other one. So I've got that as a backup now, and this one's working much better. Okay, let's get into the explanation of the different components of the setup. Hi guys, I've set up this pond in the front of my house. We use the right driveway but not the left one, so I'm going to put a little double pond in. So this right one is going to be full of fish, while the left one is mostly just going to be plants and act like an extra layer of filter, I guess. So I've got this pump on a couple of bricks just to raise it off the ground. That way, if anything catastrophic happens, it won't just pump all the water out and kill the fish. The fish will have plenty of water to still swim around in. Got this overflow, so that's aerating of the water and also regulating the pressure of the water that's going into the radial flow settler above. So I've got the water going around and then coming back up on itself. I'm just shooting at it at an angle, trying to get a bit of a swirl happening as well. So the water will go all the way to the bottom. So obviously you can't escape the bucket. The bucket's just got obviously a hole cut off. So the heavy solid waste will then be deposited upon the bottom, and then the water will then rise up and then out an outlet tube that goes along to my bog filter. So that's going to have some volcanic rock and some pebbles, maybe some plastic media as well, to hold all the great bacteria that will then turn the ammonia into nitrites, and then the nitrites into nitrates, and then the plants will then use the nitrates before sending the water back to the fish, some nice clean water. So it's an aquaponic system, I would say, I guess. So the fish waste is feeding the plants. I'm not using it to go lettuce or anything like that. It's just going to be a plants that you'd naturally see next to water. So not fully submersible ones, but just ones that roots. I don't mind being submerged. I've got an airline with a air stone at the bottom underneath there. So that's going to help, because that's underwater all the time, so that's going to help the bacteria with some oxygen. Now that's just going through this outlet tube. That's there for to clean out the bottom. That's going to be underneath all the rock. Most of the solids hopefully will be caught in the radial flow settler, and then I've got a cleaning outlet tube here as well. You can see it on the bottom. It's a end cap, a larger end cap for a larger diameter PVC pipe, and then just to sort of create a suction when I do open this valve, it'll suck all the water out and hopefully create a vacuum or a siphon, which is going to get rid of all the solids. If the box filter gets filled up or blocked, and the water can't get out this tube and it rises, I've got this overflow here, so the water will just flow straight back into the pond. And same over this side, sort of overflow there. If it rains, for example, and there's extra water in the system, the whole system's not going to overflow, and the fish are going to get right into the top, and fear of them overflowing onto the concrete. The water will just run off down into the garden. Looks very plasticky at the moment, but I'll do another video once I've set it up with some plants and some covering, maybe those back garbage bin filters. I'll cover those with something more natural as well. Okay, thanks for looking. And it wouldn't be a YouTube video if I didn't say please subscribe, please like and comment. It means a lot to me, it helps the channel. I'm only just starting off on this particular channel, so hopefully you can help me out. It doesn't cost anything. So this is the pond 2 months on. As you can see, there are a lot of plant growth. And yeah, as I said before, the fish are very happy. The water's very clean. I've only cleaned the filters once, just quickly drain the bottom just to get rid of any muck, but it wasn't even that dirty. So the fish will eventually outgrow this system. They're koi, so they will get quite large. In which case, I'll have to upgrade to a deeper pond with more water. Oh, we just got a water spinach growing there. You can see spider plant growing into some expanded clay covered with pebbles to keep it submersed. You can see there on screen. Please pause if you want to know the names of the various plants. That plant there is bacopa. It's a medicinal plant. It's a herb, you can eat it. It's got some great properties. I had a tomato plant pop up in one of my other outdoor in the soil, so I just put it into this system when it was quite young, and it's going quite well. The main plant you can see there, that big one, there it is, a colocaceous, the elephant ears. It's going fantastic. Well, I didn't expect it to grow and as strong as it is, and it's sending out feelers there, you can see, to try to get as big as it can. I've got a couple of these just in pots, and the leaves aren't anywhere near as big as what these are. You can see there the caterpillars have got to the leaves a little bit. All part of the ecosystem, I guess. So this is the flow settler, so all the muck, the fish waste, because of gravity, should flow to the bottom and get caught in the bottom of this settler or filter. So the water, I've got it aimed up, so it's not pumping straight down and causing waves. It's sort of as gently as possible, just bubbling into the settler. Now the diameter of all the tubes gets bigger as the water flows. So you can see there some small irrigation pipe goes into the first settler or filter, and then the pipes get bigger going into the bog filter, and then the biggest going back into the plant pond. I put a right angled elbow on that just to get the water moving around. It was a bit stagnant before, just going straight in. So now it sort of floats around the plant pond, and all the plants get plenty of nutrients now. Little flowers on the bacopa. It's going great. It's going just overtaking the whole tub. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something, and stay cool. If you like looking at things from a different angle, subscribe to the AirView channel.